Hello and welcome to the Everything Huskers podcast. Today, Wilson Dittman is coming on here, and we're going to go over some post-game analysis of the Husker basketball game win over UCF 77-66 to win the Crown tournament in Vegas. Wilson, what did you think of this performance in the Crown tournament?
Yeah, I mean, it was a heck of a win, man. Getting it done against Central Florida, right? I'm calling it. I'm calling it national championship. We beat everybody in our path. Undefeated in postseason play. The only team to do that in the Big Ten. Undefeated in the Big Ten tournament. No, I kid. But I mean, it was a big win for the program, right? Obviously, winning the NIT back in the day, now winning the college basketball crown, the two premier tournaments, not called the NCAA tournament. So hopefully we can win a game there. But no, it was a big win. 300,000 cash for NIL to end Bryce Williams' career like that, to end Juwan Gary's career like that. It was a good ending for those guys. So I was happy they got it done. I wasn't shocked. Even when they were down 14, I just had some confidence. It kind of felt like destiny a little bit, like we were going to get it done today, and that's exactly what happened, man.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Asijan at the end of that game really did well and got us what we needed at the end of the game with his 3-pointers there. And I thought Andrew Morgan played a good game closer to the end there. But
yeah, no, Connor Asijan was phenomenal. I mean, that's the thing about Connor. You never know when he's going to have a good game, right? He'll make a bunch of threes, right, when it's in a losing effort against maybe a Penn State. And then when you kind of need him to make those big plays, he doesn't really show up. But today, it was a big game. He did show up, and hopefully you can see a lot more next year. But he had some clutch threes down the stretch, Brett. I mean, yeah, he was phenomenal. So really, really, really good game for Connor. And I thought, yeah, I agree. I thought Andrew Morgan had some good minutes. Cale Jacobson was really interesting. I mean, that was kind of an interesting story, right? Like going into the Crown, didn't really play at all. Raleigh Worcester out with injury. Braxton May not really playing. They put in Cale, and Cale was awesome too. So honestly, I mean, yeah, I was really happy with the team today. And Bryce didn't really play too well the last two games, but he had his moments.
yeah, I thought Bryce didn't. I mean, I thought he didn't have his greatest game, but still had 21 points. So should be really happy with his performance. And I don't know, we did really good at 3-point. I thought we did all right because we had 42%, and it's not bad. I thought we just made our shots when we needed to.
Yeah, they had their moments, right? I think they, especially the start of the game was they really got going. Obviously, the start of the second half was tough. Central Florida went on that 15-16-0 run, and then ever since that, I mean, it was just lights out. Nebraska really got going. They made all their shots. They got some clutch stops on defense. I thought we really dominated the glass today, which was good to see, given the fact that Braxton Mayer really didn't get too many minutes. Again, Juwan was so good for us. I think everybody's going to talk about Bryce Williams, as they should. Bryce Williams, had probably the greatest individual season we've ever had in Nebraska basketball history, and I'll say that. Like, he was really, really good. But Juwan was the glue of this team, and like you'll even go back to the back half of the year when we went on our losing streak. That was because Juwan wasn't playing his best basketball. When Juwan was playing well, we were always winning. So he played well today. Even he came back from that injury, kind of hit his head. He was the glue, and he won MVP. So I'm really happy for him, man. He was here for the last 3 years, transferring from Alabama, and yeah, he ended his career the right way. So Juwan Gary, one of my favorite players all time for the Cornhuskers for sure.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think about the 300,000 that we get for winning the tournament? I think that can really do good for like NIL and that type of stuff.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they're going to utilize that 300,000. I feel like at least 100K that's going to go to the players, right? Like, Juwan's going to get a little bit of that. Bryce going to get a little bit of that. I think that's part of the reason they're playing so hard. But yeah, they're going to utilize probably about 200, 150,000 of that going to NIL, which it isn't a lot, right? Like, I mean, especially when you compare us to like some of the big dogs. Like, I mean, like for example, Creighton just offered. I think they just got Josh Dix from Iowa for about $1,500,000. I mean, so $300,000 isn't that much, but they can still, that's still a move in the right direction. And I think more than anything, winning this college basketball crown is going to promote a lot of donors. There's going to be a lot of donors for the Cornhuskers now because they see what we just did, and when you have a big win like that, they're more incentivized to donate. So it's not just the 300,000 we just won. I think we're going to get probably upwards of 7 figures, right? And hopefully, we can get some guys in the transfer portal. I mean, we already got the guy from Iowa, Price Sanford, who, I mean, he's okay, right? And then we got the one from Central Michigan, who's one of the better players in the MAC. But none of those guys really move the needle. Hopefully, we can get some of the better players, or at least maybe a top 50 guy in the portal.
Yeah, I mean I heard about Price Sanford. He's going to Nebraska, but I heard he was getting paid a lot. Do you know anything about that?
Definitely not like a lot, right? Like, I mean, to me, a lot's 7 figures. I mean, well, he wasn't 7 figures. He's not a 7-figure guy. Like, he's a good player. He's not a 7-figure guy though. But he's probably getting paid, I'd say 400,000, 500,000, ballpark, maybe a little bit more. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Next year, who are some key guys that we will have? Like, I know Kale will be back, and Kale played really good in this tournament. Like, he didn't really shine too good this year, but really shine this season.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's a senior-led team. You lose Bryce, you lose Juwan, you lose your core players. You bring back Connor, and Connor's great. I don't know if Connor Seaton's ever going to be a starter for you. I don't know if we ever really want him to be a starter. I think you kind of want him to be that 6-man sharpshooter. So it's unfortunately Nebraska's going to have to kind of rehaul the team in the portal, which is just modern day college basketball nowadays. So it's tough to say, right? It's tough to say it's really going to return. I'm hoping some of these young freshmen, like the guy from Lincoln Southwest, I forget his name. Hope he can step up next year and kind of progress a little bit. But yeah, there's really nobody. I mean, there really is nobody's come back. I mean, besides Kale, I don't think Kale's going to start. But yeah.
Yeah, they got that 6'10" guy out of the portal, I think, from Central Michigan.
Yep, he's tough, and Burke's coming back too. So Burke will be a nice little piece, and he'll be, and we got, of course, who was the guy? Why am I forgetting his name? Who was played for us last year? Got banged up, did not play the entire season. Big center from Europe, just returned. Say that again.
Rink Mast.
Yep, Rink Mast. He'll be back, and I think he's going to be one of the better bigs in the Big Ten. So I mean, you got a little bit of a core there, but they really need to get some guys here in the backcourt because you lose basically everybody in the backcourt besides Connor. So.
Yeah, I mean, we have? What am I thinking? Gosh, I don't even know. I'm gonna answer this. How it feels not even making the Big Ten tourney and them losing to Iowa 2 times and sending Iowa back to the Big Ten tourney.
What did Iowa do once in the postseason? Nothing. What they do? Hey, and by the way, Iowa just lost every single player that was worth anything for their program. So I mean, but I'll give Iowa some credit. They hired a really, really good head coach in Ben McCollum. They brought in one of the best guys in the transfer portal, so they're going to be competitive, right? But let's not act like Iowa's a good team. Like you had one of the more talented rosters in the Big Ten. You guys did nothing with it, so get out of here with that. Come on.
I feel like Nebraska had a shot. Like, I don't know. They shot a lot of shots from deep this year, but I think we can improve on that next season with a little more accuracy from deep, like more of our I think Rink Mast coming will improve that. Rink Mast was a good 3-point shooter last year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't think that was really one of the big problems for Nebraska this year. I thought, they hit it at a pretty good rate, right? Bryce hit the 3-ball well. Connor Seaton did. I think more than anything, they just need a better starting core. You just need more talent, right? You didn't have a true point guard this year. You tried Raleigh, he wasn't good. You tried Ulis, he wasn't good. Bryce obviously is an off the ball guard. So I think you need to find a true point guard in the portal. You just need more talent. You just need more talent. We weren't talented enough this year. Like, obviously, we won the college basketball crown, so a pretty good achievement, but we weren't talented enough. We want to make a jump to be a consistent Big Ten tournament team, or excuse me, NCAA tournament team. You gotta, put your money where your mouth is. So,
yeah. All right, that's probably enough for this one. Great tournament and great win for Nebraska as the champions of the Vegas Crown tournament. Iowa went nowhere. Nebraska is gaining money over this, so go Big Red, and we'll see you in the next one.